Previously on Billy Corgan's Adventures in Carnyland.
Tyrus, 2 outcomes tonight. You'll continue your reign, or you retire from the sport of professional wrestling.
Even a retirement is a polite firing.
I want to have my company in business with the NWA.
I love working for the NWA, but do I strive for bigger things?
Reach on the faith, reach on the faith, smashing out the veils. Reach on the faith, reach on the faith.
At the NWA's 75th at the Chase Park Plaza Hotel in St. Louis, the showdown between EC3 and reigning heavyweight champion Tyrus is about to begin.
They've been close friends, they've been bitter rivals, and now they're in the main event for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship.
We are good friends. You know, we've grinded for years, practicing in the Florida heat, training in the gym, driving on the roads together. As much as he loves this, sometimes you have to let what you love the most go.
Father Time's knocking, and I'm starting to feel it. I'm going full regalia, as they say, all or nothing. Being in NWA allows me to say when.
For him to retire, to be the last match he will have, I wanted to give him the perfect ending, because I expect someone to someday give me that too.
Sometimes you change your world title because the fans demand it. You can hear it. When that talent walks through the curtain, you think, they're treating this person like the world champion and they don't even have the belt yet. The mob demands a tribute for the new king.
With the NWA World Heavyweight Championship on the line, Tyrus and EC3 hope to create an enduring story with a bull rope match, where opponents are tied to one another with no chance for escape.
The only way to win is by pinfall or submission.
With EC3 and Tyrus will retire if he loses. I am in business with both of these people. I'm not going to say anything that's going to incriminate the air, so I'm just going to plead the fifth, sit back and watch it happen.
Here we go, the bell has rung, bull rope match.
Oh, he really killed Corgan. He's got the Corgan lock.
The Tongan death grip.
The bull rope match favors Tyrus because Tyrus has been in a lot of bull rope matches before.
Tyrus now using the rope. There's a lot of weight to that rope, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyrus is just so big and he's so powerful.
Tyrus has got, oh my God! He just came down hard on the ballroom floor. Oh, it's not, no, it's got him up.
Watching 2 men push each other physically, it's humbling to watch because I know the sacrifice, I know what it took, I know what both of them have been through to get there.
He has no intention of retiring. He has no intention of not being the world champion.
You can love wrestling with all your heart. It's never gonna love you back, and it's always gonna replace you for somebody better and younger. So I could walk away tomorrow, no regrets. I think I've proved everything I need to prove in the squared circle.
It's harder for some to do what is necessary to defeat a friend. Not me. As the guy holding the most prestigious championship in all of wrestling's history, it didn't hit me till it was in my hands. It's part of the story I can get before I start crying. So, seeing it, feeling it, and knowing everything that I've been through in life and where I can take this is very surreal.
We're really excited for you.
Well, this was a brutal fight over a prize. Whether it was pride or the title or all of the above, the history doesn't matter. They left it all out there. They told the story that I wanted them to tell, and they gave me back the story that they wanted to tell.
I'm retiring on my own terms because I have a giant platform, which I wouldn't have gotten if it had not been for wrestling. I will always be a wrestler first.
Love me or hate me, I've loved this business my whole life. The NWA is going to a special place, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it.
There's a saying that nobody ever really retires in wrestling. So as to the subject of Tyrus, would I expect to see him back in an NWA ring? Absolutely. Will he be wrestling? That I don't know.
With every ending comes something new. As humbled as I am to see Tyrus's time in the ring end, I'm excited to be ushering in this new beginning at my wedding to Chloe, where all my strange and disparate worlds will collide.
Did you ever think we would be in some place like this?
This is not anything I particularly thought I would ever do in my life.
Billy and Chloe is just such unique individuals, and the world around them is like, wait, you got pro wrestlers and rock stars and fashion moguls, and all these people came together to celebrate them.
We'll see you for the evening.
Yes.
Yes. Enjoy.
We're not kicked out by then.
Yeah.
Or fired, one of the two.
Chloe and I's relationship dovetails with the other aspects of my life. They don't make any sense, but somehow it works out. Totally different generations, totally different backgrounds, but we click.
And all that you are. The comments aroused you, button behind it, whirling in how to do.
It's like professional wrestling, where I believe I can sort of find the magic in it even when everybody tells me there's no magic to be found.
Better to live and talk.
Billy's always been a go-getter, and I think he just has his hands in everything with the wrestling, soon-to-be married life. He loves managing chaos.
A starway to the
When I saw Chloe walking down the aisle, I just felt very proud of us, that we'd sort of shut out the noise around us that told us in many different ways that we would not endure. And here we were in a moment to celebrate that we loved one another, we had formed a greater bond, and that we truly were sort of sealed in that bond for life.
Mr. William Patrick Corgan, you're an incredible man, impatient, hot-headed, and at times, always right. And I'm honored to be your wife.
My speech is a little long. We are standing here today on this sacred ground because of a dream I had as a child, to one day live on the lake.
Having spent a lifetime on stage performing, I'm very, very, very aware of the concept of time. I viewed our vows in front of our closest friends and family as a moment for me to stop time.
Early then in 2012, this is where you come in. I swear to God, I'll get there.
And I'm gonna tell this story the way I wanna tell it, with no rush.
But Chloe being Chloe shifted some deeper feeling in me that I didn't think possible. In 11 years.
No need to consider the audience in terms of their entertainment value. That is the whole rest of my life outside of this wedding.
To Chloe, thank you. I owe you so much. I love you. I adore you. Because truth be told, it's you that I'm looking to impress.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
It was very personal in the way that the wedding was designed. It was a reflection of our relationship. It was about bringing people together and creating a really special, magical moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the new Mr. and Mrs. Corgan.
With the ceremony over, my family and friends can finally relax, to mix and mingle, Yet one of those friends wants to talk privately. And I'm pretty sure it's not just going to be about our beautiful flower arrangements.
I like this suit on you, man. You look $1 million. Yeah, it looks like a real champion. Oh,
and it's as I imagined.
When you become close with somebody and you say, hey man, I think I have an idea on how to make this better and how to get you to get what you want of it so we can all get what we want out of it. The real truth of this whole thing is my heart is in this for Billy.
There's a time and place for these kinds of discussions with Brian, but it's not tonight.
The wedding for me was not just a celebration for me, but it was more to see everybody together and just having a good time.
And to be fair, I think nobody is having a better time than Chloe's brothers.
My brother's speeches were the highlight of everybody at the wedding.
It's not every day that you can say you have the most beautiful, charming, caring, smart, and down-to-earth sibling. Fortunately, Chloe gets to have that honor every time she talks about me.
They did their speech naturally in age order. That was not planned, I don't think.
Beyond Billy telling me I was the smartest of all my brothers.
It started off at a high note and it just went like downhill.
When I met Billy, I was like, why is there a homeless guy on my couch? And on top of all this, he's a great father to Chloe. I'm not Chloe.
Ironically, Ethan is probably the smartest of all of us, so.
So, as to the subject of whether or not my brother would speak on my behalf, well, sometimes siblings don't need to say anything, at least in public.
Every time the subject came up, my brother talking at the wedding, he started to cry.
I mean, I've known Chloe for a long time, and I think she's amazing for him. And sorry, I get too emotional.
So I ran over to Jimmy's table and I said, hey, do you mind getting up and just saying something so I at least feel like somebody's got my back here?
I've known Billy since 1988. We've had quite a journey together over the years.
The key relationship in the Smashing Pumpkins is definitely my relationship with Jimmy Chamberlain. It's a musical relationship. We're like brothers in real life.
I know that Billy, he's got a huge heart. I know he can come across somewhat differently sometimes, but in spite of his rage, he's still a great, great guy. Good luck. God bless.
It's been less than 24 hours since the wedding reception, and we are elated, if tired. Yet, in a show business family, what we focus on is what's next. And that's the show itself. Because today, the Smashing Pumpkins are putting on a special acoustic performance at Madame Zuzu's in celebration of our landmark 1993 album, Siamese Dream.
I was surprised Chloe wasn't mad that I suggested doing a show the day after the wedding with the band.
Siamese Dream 30th anniversary concert was the day after our wedding, hours after our farewell brunch. But I wouldn't have missed it, and it was magical.
Siamese Dream was dismissed by many critics because it was such a departure from what was popular at the time. But happily, it's become a classic with fans. So tonight's event requires a vintage treatment.
They have sort of reconfigured the store and the exterior of the store to resemble a Tower Records, where they did a personal appearance on the day of release 30 years ago.
Let's hear it for Smashing Pumpkins.
We had played at Tower Records in Chicago. The show was so well attended. There was 3,000 people on the street. They had to close down the street. So I suggested to Chloe, what if we get Tower to bring back the store for one day at Zuzu's as a pop-up, and we kind of recreate the moment in a cool, fun way.
The pressure's on, as tonight we are live streaming to tens of thousands of fans around the world.
Siamese Dream was the album that catapulted them into stardom. It helped catapult alternative rock into the mainstream. This was the life-changing album.
On the surface, there's something obvious about doing an anniversary. 30 years, we're gonna play the songs, it'll be fun, enjoy. But until you actually do something like that, you don't realize how unique an experience it is. It's only going to happen that one time. And it's allowing us as a band to actually take a moment to celebrate the 3 OG Pumpkins members on a stage and just thinking, wow, we did something good and it means something.
After such a successful weekend, I'm well aware of what remains unresolved within Carnyland. But Brian's questions will have to wait until the entire NWA is together in just a few days. And he can make that case himself. I may be newly married, but wrestling life on the road never stops.
2 minutes! 2 minutes!
The NWA is in Nashville for our Power TV tapings. But soon, if all goes to plan, we'll be on the road even more. Because the NWA is about to get even bigger and go nationwide. Starting in 1948, the NWA was an alliance of independent wrestling companies. That all collapsed in the 80s. But now I'm ready to put the pieces back together, and I've already got 2 territories ready to join. Tennessee, run by wrestling legend Joe Kazana, and Ohio, run by new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
Recreating the territories as they were is impossible. But what we can do is recreate a vision of the territory system, whereas the NWA is the top of the food chain, sort of the major leagues, if you will.
Yeah, let's count us in, quiet, please.
It's a good start, but 2 territories won't be enough for what I have planned.
Billy Corgan, are you there?
Hold on, sorry. Yes.
I'll need help, and I think I know where to find it.
I can help save this whole thing, man, 1,000%. I want to have my company, Fight the World Wrestling, be one of the territories. And I'm not quite understanding what the hesitation is.
But first, Brian Idle, the businessman, and I have some issues to sort out. Brian is impatient with the way I've structured the company. He's been in my ear since before Crockett Cup to re-engineer the entire NWA office hierarchy.
The business model I have, I know works.
But with his own already successful wrestling company, there's question marks over Brian's commitment to the NWA.
The criticism is usually that you're operating from a place of self-interest.
Haters hate, dude. Like, I'm about the NWA overall.
I hope that's true, because Brian is a great professional wrestler and visionary. But if he joins our territorial system, he'll need to fully commit.
The NWA is bringing back the territory system, which could be an amazing idea.
As friends, as business people, how have we gotten this far? We've trusted each other.
Yes.
So can you trust that next step? That's the key. And if you can't, you can't. I know where I'm going. I've always told you, try to be on the train with me.
On the flip side of the coin, if done incorrectly, it could be an absolute train wreck.
With Brian contemplating a formal return to the NWA, I've asked if he'd help us promote and sell tickets for the upcoming Return to Robards event in Sarasota, Florida.
So we always knew Billy was going to try to work Brian to come back into the fold at some point, and here we are.
Sarasota, could be good?
No.
You're talking about the fact that, like, the internet sales are one, and then I'm getting told the other thing from the other guy.
I heard 500.
I am a realist. Brian, from what I understand, he likes to say he excels at everything.
Brian Idle's way of being able to sell tickets works really well when we run a show that's in his backyard.
Whether he excels or not, he's certainly not short of ideas.
I got 1,000 comp tickets that I printed. 1,000.
Or suggestions.
We might have 1,400 people there, but only 200 pizza people.
Or criticisms.
Absolutely not. 350
There
people.
was hesitation.
What do you mean? No, because I'm trying to...
I want you to succeed because I don't want to deal with this shit.
If he succeeds at this, guess who doesn't get blamed for tickets? This guy. If anything, Brian's my savior.
I'm going to get through today, and then I'm going to worry about this shit on Monday. All right.
Good break. Good conversation.
Ryan assured me that he alone can manage to fill the seats in this big and historic venue. Now is his chance to prove it.
I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve when it comes to getting the word out about the product and actually getting people to walk through the door to see it.
And it seems they have walked through the door. Brian's clearly delivered.
I mean, the stands look pretty full. Obviously, there's still people coming. So I'd say we're doing pretty good.
But it's still not enough for Kyle or Joe.
I think the amount of people that you see on camera in Sarasota actually looks pretty good from the angles that we have it.
But I don't know if it's a holiday weekend. I don't know what the deal is. A lot of people end up leaving before the end of the night.
I think the show could have done a lot better with ticket sales instead of some people who wanted to see their niece or nephew wrestle.
The show was packed, and that's really what my job is, right? Is it to answer small questions, or is it to put butts in the seats? Pretty sure I delivered.
Gotta go get ready to go back.
The tensions between Joe and Kyle and Brian Idol are Bush League compared to the epic rivalry of the ladies in our next match.
The duo of Brian Idol and Natalia Markova and their opponents. This is the team of Tom Latimer and Camille!
That looks unstoppable. I love working for the NWA. I've been with them, like I said, since 2018, 5 years.
Look at the history between Natalia Markova and Camille. The battles they've been through over the years.
But there comes a point, too, where do I strive for bigger things?
Camille is leaving. That's official now.
Oh, big pump kick.
Full extension on that.
They ain't gonna trade recipes. They're gonna trade hospital bills.
Oh!
Whoa! With the dive to the outside.
We had a sense that Camille wasn't happy, but how that plays out in wrestling, Carnyland is different than maybe a person in a normal job. Camille is leaving. The NWA, you have somebody in Markova who has a lot of value.
Oh, Markova! Hey, Markova! What are you doing?
There are bodies
It's an explosion!
everywhere.
Plants Camille! My God, they did it!
The winners of this match, the team of Brian Idol, Natalia Markova, the looks that kill!
She finally beat her! She finally beat her! Finally beat Camille! What a moment for Markova and Brian Idol! Wow!
But at the end of the day, what's the end game? You know? Have you ever thought about that? What's the end game, Brian?
2024 is going to be a wild, wild year for the NWA.
Huge slam on her.
We rise or we sink. There is no other option.
By God, right in her face.
I see the rainbow and I see where we land at the end of that rainbow. As crazy as this thing is, I really, truly believe in the bottom of my heart we can pull this off.
With Camille finally passing the torch to Markova, changes come to the NWA. Like it or not. 1, 2, 3.